Today we're checking out the beautiful scenery. Today is the 18th of January 2024, and as soon as we check out the scenery here, this is the road that goes to Mount Washington's Cog Railway. We're going to head to the truck camp later on today, spend the night there because it's pretty cold out. Right now we're reading 8. Tonight it's supposed to be a little bit below 0. 0 is 17 Celsius, and right now we're riding at about 12 Celsius outside. So right now we're heading up to the Cog Railway. This is a higher elevation road, so the snow will get deeper fast as we quickly gain elevation here. It's usually how it goes. Looks really pretty, the trees with the snow on them. It actually snowed not yesterday, but the day before, I believe. Or depends where you were. Here it was the day before, or if you're in Maine, I think it stopped yesterday afternoon. But the snow's been here a day. They don't use road salt here, so these roads are very slippery. Road salt doesn't really do anything below 16 degrees. It just doesn't. Around 16 degrees is when road salt becomes ineffective. Can't really use it. It'll just sit there and not melt anything. But then you'll go ahead and put salt, small gravel on it. Like right now you can see the road looks very dirty. They throw a lot of gravel, dirt, that kind of stuff on it. The salt won't work. Who knows, salt might be mixed into this, and next week when we get a day that's up near the freezing mark, it'll melt everything. They probably used a mixture. In the distance you can see the railroad going up the mountain. This time of year the Cog Railway is open. It used to not be open at all in the winter. Then for a couple of years they opened it for skiers. They would bring you halfway up the mountain. You could ski down alongside the tracks. It wasn't very popular. For some reason they found out that most people were going up there just for the train ride and not actually skiing. And for some reason that made them shut the train down, because people weren't using it for skiing. But now they reopened it. There is no skiing at all, but it just goes halfway to the mountain. The reason it doesn't go to the top is because it's too dangerous. It's too cold, windy up there, and people could wander off and die. Why they don't make you sign a disclosure and bring you all the way up to the building, I have no idea, because that would be a lot of fun getting to go up there. You can go to the top in the winter if you hike, or you can spend a bunch of money and they'll bring you up there in a snowcat and spend a night up there. That costs actually a lot of money. I think it's like $5,000 to bring you up to the top in the winter like that. Or they have rides where they'll bring you up in a van that they have tracks. If you ever seen a normal vehicle, they'll take the tires off and they'll put these these triangular track things on. They'll bring you halfway up on the auto road this time of year in those kind of things. Look how tall the snowbanks are now. It's taller than the truck. So this is parking if you want to climb the mountain. In the summertime, you'll pay at this little booth. These are all parking lots. It's free to park if you're going to the train station. They charge you to park here, but if you want to park down the road a little bit, you can use a national park pass, or it's a little cheaper to pay the $5 fee, I think it is. Maybe they charge the same amount here if it's closer, I'm not sure. Someone was having fun with a snowmobile right there on the side. Snowmobile trails are finally open. It was a late season. Historically, it starts snowing in late October in this area. We did, I think, get a little bit of snow in October, but nothing substantial until early January. It's now middle January. We had our second big snowstorm. Where I live, we got 14 inches. Around here, it looks like they probably got over 2 feet. The trains are running. There's not that many people here, so they're probably not running many trains. The workers at the Cog Railway sleep in those little cabins. Most of the staff lives here because it's so rural. The neighboring town, Bretton Woods, I think has only 90-something or 190-something permanent residents. At any given time, there's probably more guests in the hotels they have than actual people that live there. Let's pull in here and see if we can see any trains ready to take off. Otherwise, we'll leave. Because with that amount of cars, they're probably only sending 1 train up. During the peak of tourist season, they'll send 4 up, and they'll send 4 down, and they'll have like 8 trains running at the same time. So this is a lower parking lot. We can drive up to where it says do not enter, and we'll make a 3-point turn and turn around. Can't continue here because that would be the loading area for the trains. Yeah, there's no train waiting here. There's probably one on its way back down, but I can't see anything. I wonder if they run the steam train in the winter, because that'd be awesome to see with the white background having the black smoke. Probably not. I know in the summer the steam train is the first one up. It also goes up in the afternoon, and sometimes if there's a lot of people demanding a ride on it, they'll send it up 3 times. But they don't send it regularly with the diesels because it gets in the way. It travels at about half the speed, so it slows down their schedule. But a lot of tourists would prefer, and if I ride it again, I'd prefer the steam train for nostalgic reasons. But they're slow, they're hard to maintain, expensive to maintain, takes a lot of labor to maintain them. You have to grease every single part. You have to keep them burning all night so that they're ready to go in the morning, because it takes forever to heat up a steam train. There are a lot of maintenance. That's why they replaced them with a lot of diesels. It's also cheaper to run diesel than buy the coal and have the coal shipped all the way out here to run those trains. Most scenic train rides have converted to like burning diesel or propane. I know the North Conway Scenic Railroad's train, they converted it to run on fuel oil, and they did that because it's cheaper, more efficient, and the environmentalists won't complain about the black smoke. Here, it's usually people wanting to come for nostalgic reasons, so they still use the coal, and it creates the big plumes of black smoke, especially against the White Mountain when there's still snow on it. You gotta be very careful on these roads. Very slippery. Let's do a brake check. I was sliding, but not severely. I'm only traveling at about 15 miles an hour. If I was actually going the speed limit 35, I probably would have slid a bit further. And parts of this road might be icy. To the right is the Snowmobile Trail right there. It looks like the groomer might have just went by. I don't see any tracks. It looks perfectly smooth. Saw a couple snowmobilers on the way up though. Coming up here, you'll see a little driveway on the left. That's the lower parking area. The actual National Forest parking area, if you want to hike the Jewel Trail or the Ammonoosuc Ravine Trail, they both take off from this part, but you have to walk the extra over half a mile. That's the benefit of parking at the Cog Railway. I think they probably charge a little bit more to get you a little bit closer to the mountain if you want to park on the Cog Railway's property. You will get towed if you are caught hiking and using their parking lots without paying, or using the railroad station's parking lot without paying. You're not supposed to, if you're a hiker, be up at the actual train station. That one right there, I believe, yeah, it has a bathroom. If there's a bathroom at a National Forest parking area, it means you're going to have to pay. Typically, if there's no bathroom, no porta potty, no outhouse, it's free. But to maintain those facilities, they'll charge you $5 for the day, or if you think you're going to be out camping more than a day, you will fill out the form with your license plate and pay for multiple days that you think you'll be out. Now, if you don't pay there, it's not like they're going to come after you with a major fine. They will put a ticket on your car just asking you to pay the $5. That's all they'll typically do. I don't know that from experience. I have not cheated them out of their $5 or tried to. My grandfather works for the National Forest Service, and he told me they'll just put a ticket asking you to hopefully pay for it. So, the Snowmobile Trail just disappeared into the woods. It'll loop back in just a couple hundred feet. National Forest Service bathrooms seem to be pretty clean, but wow, the actual national parks, not National Forest Service, but national park maintained bathrooms are so disgusting. They're usually filled to the brim with poop where you can't even use them, and you see people have to go behind the building to use the bathroom on the ground. That's how it was last year going to a bunch of national parks. They were the most disgusting outhouses you've ever seen. I believe some of them are so remote that they have to pump them with helicopters, they said, and that might be some of the reason why they hesitate. Here comes a snowmobiler. We just went by Jefferson Notch Road, which is to the right. That's the highest elevation road in the Northeast, minus the Mount Washington Auto Road. They do not plow Jefferson Notch, but sometimes they forget to shut the gate and people will crash on that road. I have crashed on that road. I slid off it once before. I guess I'm going too slow for that guy. But I'm not taking any risks on these icy roads. That guy's probably doing 40 right now on the ice, but I could probably do 40, but I'm not going to risk it. Well, I hope this little vlog showing the snow is interesting. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.